Official data from the Belize Fisheries Department has been released, and the indication is that 15,000 Belizeans benefit directly from the country's small-scale fisheries. Found primarily along coastline communities, there are only 2,513 licensed fishers. That's approximately 200 less when compared to 2017, and of that amount, 83 are licensed to use Gillnet, which amounts to a mere 3.3%.
We have been pushing for a very long time to get the data that we shared today because obviously making informed decisions are critical. And in terms from our position, we wanted this data so that we know exactly who are using this gear, how many of them are using it legally, so that we can identify for ourselves how much we would need to bring to the table to make sure that they do not get lost so that they can be supported.
The findings show that majority of nets is illegal. Illegal fishers are the main users, and more than 96% of Belizean fishers don't use gill nets for commercial fishing. The Belize Federation of Fishers represents 12 fisheries associations across the country and are all in support of the ban. Representing 45% of the licensed fishers in the country, they sit on the Gillnet task force.
For quite some time now, our membership have been bringing this to the forefront that the banning of this gillnet is very essential for us to have a sustainable fishery. We have recognized it, we have ensured that we act upon it, and it's a part of what a sustainable fishery will be if we do not do something about it.
Two excellent commercial fishing guys. They still up to, I hired them about 2 months ago, was still using Gillnet. They have left the Gillnet and have no sight in their rear view to think about Gillnet when their word would be the past. And another to enlighten that, I have made the switch, and I don't know no one that have made the switch from tourism back to Gillnet.
The Coalition for Sustainable Fisheries comprises various stakeholders in the conservation and protection of the marine ecosystem. The organization has been clamoring for a ban on the use of traditional gear by providing financial and other mechanisms to support the transition. It is said that gill nets pose a threat to the environment and the economy, and with the data, the coalition will be able to present to government via the Gillnet task force.
We are feeding that information into our proposal that we are going to share directly with the Gillnet task force. Two of our members who are also members on the Gillnet task force, the Belize Federation of Fishers and the Belize Game Fishing Association, will be presenting that complete proposal to the members of the task force, and thereafter we hope to hear very soon from the ministry on how they will proceed. As Andrew from the Belize Game Fish Association highlighted, we are keen on fundraising for this, but no money can change hands until the law takes effect, because our funders and our interested parties are telling us straight out, we have heard promises. We do not want promises. Once the law is in place, the money can be dispersed to those fishers, and the coalition will set the parameters under which that will happen.
Vice President of Oceania Belize, Janelle Chinona, says that with a change in policy, enforcement agencies such as the Coast Guard and the Fisheries Department will have clear-cut regulations in terms of monitoring and enforcement of gillnet laws. The primary users of this gear are illegal fishers from across the border. Records show that they are not only within the Sarstoon, but they have also been found fishing at Half Moon Key Atoll.
We believe the primary percentage of that are transboundary fishers that are coming into Belize to take out our resources as quickly, but as amassing a large quantity as much as they can, and then taking that out. And that is what is the problem with this gear. It takes out a lot in a very short period of time, and we are going to be left for the consequences, because as one fisher told us very succinctly, when they are finished depriving and depleting our resources, they will go home. Where will the Belizean fisher go? If it is an outright ban, then any and everybody that's on the sea, that sees a gillnet in a boat, that sees a gillnet deployed, that sees a gillnet set at a river mouth or in any area, will be able to say that's an illegal net. It's not a process of going through to see, let me see if it's a tag, let me measure the mesh to see if it's correct, let me make sure that the tag corresponds to the fishing folk license.
Duane, Moody for News 5.